Early spring is such an interesting time of year, isn't it? The moment that weather breaks, we want to grab our fresh fragrances that are a little bit more on the uplifting side, energizing, even green fragrances come to mind. But there's many of you that have reached out to me and said, hey, during the spring, I don't really see, warm weather always. Sometimes it's cool here. So what do you recommend for cool days? Well, I have 7 options here that are perfect for cool spring days, because when I think of cool spring days, I think of fragrances that are a little bit more on the fresh, spicy side, maybe herbaceous even comes to mind, and definitely aromatic fragrances are a great option for you. So I have 7 fragrances here to discuss with you today. Stay tuned. We'll get into this list next. Welcome back, everyone. I appreciate that. For those of you that are new here, my name is Dave. On this channel, we discuss grooming as well as fragrance. So if you are interested in that type of content and you appreciate what I do here, or maybe take, something of value away from today's episode or any of my previous work, hit the subscribe button, the like button. And if you want to stay updated as well, you want to know every time that I upload a new video, hit that notification bell, so this way YouTube will remind you when I do that. So that's right, guys. Today we are talking about fragrances that are perfect for cool spring days. Just like I said in the beginning, not everyone experiences warm weather on a consistent basis in the springtime, myself included. We see our fair share of cool days as well, so I could definitely relate to that. And the first fragrance that I'm going to show you, which by the way, this is not a ranked video. I have a combination, a mixture of niche designer fragrances. I also have a couple more affordable fragrances here for you because I was really trying to include everybody while keeping the video short, straight to the point. So now that we've covered all that, let me show you the first fragrance here. The first fragrance here is going to be Declaration by Cartier. I love this stuff. It's great. Don't be fooled by this bright, I think it's grapefruit there in the opening. Don't be fooled by that. This is fresh spicy. This is a fresh, spicy fragrance. It really is, more so than anything else. You have a combination of caraway and cardamom here. I believe it's Guatemalan cardamom that they're crediting. Some people say that this has a funky like BO or sweat after sex type of smell to it. Stop blaming this fragrance. Maybe you just stink. I don't get that at all. Personally, to me, this comes across as more like culinary spices. I've talked about it before, and this is what I'm going to say going forward. Spice rack. A spice rack is what I think of. Spice rack spices when I think of this fragrance. You have some beautiful woods in the base. This stuff is great. It's highly versatile. You could really wear this into the office. Control your sprays. I mean, this is the eau de toilette version here, but it's still on the strong side. Again, fresh spices are going to have that kind of that punch, that spicy kick to them, But be cautious of the sprays with this one because, it is pretty strong. It's decently strong. And if you haven't tried this one before, I want to caution you there. But great for office, great for casual wear, whatever you want. Just do yo thing. Do you is what I'm trying to say. Declaration from Cartier is great. I think it's very classy. I think it's elegant. And like I said, just highly versatile scent that I absolutely love. So if you haven't checked this one out, get your nose on it, guys. Cartier Declaration. The next fragrance is a fougere. I hold this fougere in high regard. This was the first fougere that I ever purchased, and it's a great one. It's from Penhaligon's. This one is called Sartorial. Man, this stuff is so classy, elegant. It's herbaceous, it's spicy, it's got pepper in it. I can't remember the spice off the top of my head, if it's rosemary or something. It's escaping my mind. I apologize for that. You have this creamy, soapy lavender here. You have some patchouli, you have woods in the base. This stuff is just great. It's excellent. It is very sophisticated. If you appreciate, mature, masculine, classic fougères, chances are you are going to love Sartorial from Penhaligon. It's a great fragrance, simply put, especially for those cool spring days where you don't feel like just wearing a t-shirt and a hoodie. You want to dress up a little bit more. You want to make yourself feel and look good, You want to throw on a button down and you want to replace that jacket and put it away in the closet and pull out one of your blazers, put that blazer on, spray a couple sprays of this and just feel great, whatever it is you're trying to do to accomplish the day or get through the day rather. This fragrance has you covered. I love this stuff. Check it out if you haven't. This is Sartorial, again, from Penhaligons. I talk about this topic so often that I'm actually going to be putting together a video for you guys here in the near future. By near future, I mean like next week. Fragrances to wear for rainy days. So this one is going to be perfect for cool, rainy spring days. This comes from the house of Lalique. This is Ankara Noir à l'extrême. Now, some people will say, no, pull this out in the fall and winter. I say, no, pull this one out on those cool, rainy spring days, okay? The warmer weather, you could reach for the sport, you could reach for the OG, you know, just the regular Ankara Noir, but during the cool spring day, you want to reach for à l'extrême. I'll tell you why. It's got a nice smoky facet. There's incense here. There's spicy patchouli within the fragrance as well. It's known for this, you know, inky sort of vetiver. It's a great, again, smoky vetiver style fragrances that is, you know, it's a little bit more dark in nature. You know, it's not going to be your fresh woody style vetiver. Again, it's smoky, dark, earthy, but this stuff is damn good. It's one of the best vetiver fragrances that I've put my nose on yet. It's so good. And at $30, you know, roughly, you know, don't quote me on that. It's roughly around that $30, $40 price range, but it's well worth the money because you could find it just about at every discounter at this point. So definitely one to not pass up or look over is Ankara Noir à l'extrême from Lalique. Check it out if you haven't, guys. The next fragrance is going to be for those of you that are a little bit more on the classy, elegant side, more so than not. You oftentimes are seen wearing a button-down, are seen wearing a blazer, but this fragrance here is going to match your personality perfectly, especially for you mature, you know, opposite of me. You're more mature than I am. You're more grown up. You don't have that sarcastic, funny side to you, which is fine. It's okay. This fragrance fits the bill perfectly. This one is Viveur from Naughton and Wilson. What a great fragrance this is. It's, you know, a classic citrus aromatic fragrances. In the base, you have some vetiver, you have some cedar, but at the heart is what I love most about this fragrance because you have this gin and tonic vibe, you know, within here. You also have some star anise, which, you know, adds this sort of licorice type of feel to the fragrance, but something about this fragrance, there's like a cool air, a cool, crisp, brisk air that's running through this fragrance that you could totally smell. It's transportive. It's not a literal ingredient on here. You're not going to spray this and feel cold to the touch on your skin, you know? But there's something about it that just has that cool air appeal, or, you know, essence to it, I should say. That's the right word. That's what I'm looking for there. It has that cool air essence to it. But again, if you are a gentleman and you like dressing up more often than not, this fits that personality, how I described it, to a T perfectly. This one is severely underrated, criminally underrated, I would say. And I understand, you know, Gravitas from the brand is definitely the better fragrance, but this one is no slouch. I highly recommend it. And guess what, guys? This stuff is freaking powerful. If you are a performance junkie, this is right up your alley. This stuff performs great. I'm talking 8, 10, 12 hours, somewhere in that space there. 8 to 10. 8 to 10 hours on skin is commonly what I get off of this stuff. And again, one that you want to control the sprays on because it is pretty potent stuff. Perfect for cool spring days, though. That is Viveur from Naughton and Wilson. This next fragrance that I'm going to be talking about is one of those fragrances that's always going to be in my collection, no matter what. I'll go as far as to say if this were to ever become discontinued, I would buy 3 to 4 backup bottles just so I make sure I always have it for the rest of my life. It's Versace The Dreamer. This one was my first introduction to the world of perfumery back when I was just a little kid, you know? I've talked about it many times on the channel, but anyway, the reason why this one is perfect for cool spring days is just because, I don't know, there's just something about it that just fits that weather so appropriately. I don't know if it's the aromatic lavender, if it's the spice, if it's the way that the musks play alongside with that tobacco flower note. Just something about the whole composition that's just so appealing and attractive. And that's how I feel when I spray this one on. You know, again, another one of those fragrances that you could wear in the office or that you could just wear casually. But like I was saying there, guys, before I got distracted, was when I spray this one on, there's just something about it that just makes me feel a little bit more appealing are a little bit more attractive. You know, it's that type of mood boosting juice that's in this bottle. It's crazy the way it works. I know, I get it. That's nuts to kind of think that way, but fragrance has that emotional attachment or connection to us. I mean, I am right, you know? And there's just something about this fragrance that really has that it factor for me. And that's what it does. And just another one, again, that's perfect for cool spring days. Check it out, Versace The Dreamer. The next one is going to be a niche offering that you're extremely familiar with. Their name almost has niche in it. Well, it kind of does. Nishane, this is Hacivat. Yep, perfect fragrance for cool spring days. I mean, truth be told, you could wear this stuff all year round, right? We have that tart opening. I believe it's grapefruit and bergamot, but it's that tart citrus opening that creates this pineapple sort of feel, right? There's cedar in here, I believe. I know there's a wood, but I can't really remember. It may be cedar, it may be something else. God forbid I'm wrong, just kidding. But there's loads of oak moss in here. Very mossy, earthy, maybe even some patchouli in here. It's been a long time since I've checked out the note breakdown here, but this stuff screams like cool weather appropriate. You know, and this is one of those fragrances that will kind of morph whenever you wear it. And what I mean by that is if you wear it in the cool weather, it's going to be like a chameleon and change itself like, yes, I'm cool weather appropriate now, or cold weather appropriate. If you bust this one out, 2 sprays in the summertime, it's going to pull more of those brighter notes off of the top on your skin. At least on my skin, that's what I experienced. This amazing fragrance, I don't think it's overrated. I don't think it's overhyped. This is one where I actually bought into, literally, the hype, and I believe in it, you know? This oftentimes gets compared to Aventus, and there's the argument out there of which one's better. I'm not bought into that argument because this to me smells 0% like Aventus. There is nothing within this bottle that screams Aventus to me. That's just my opinion personally, but this one is great. Remember, if you caught it at the right moment, I said 2 sprays in the summer. When it's cooler out, you only need 4 sprays on your skin max with this. This is what I do personally. I spray 1 spray on the back of my neck, 1 on the front, and then 2. 1 on each crease of my elbow there. If I'm feeling a little bit froggy, I'll do 1 spray on my shirt. Mainly when I'm going into work. I work very long hours, so I definitely need my fragrances to perform there. But yeah, guys, Hacivat from Nishane, a great one to wear for those cool spring days. Last but most definitely not least comes from the house of Andraus Parfums. This one is Heavenly Place. Now, why is Heavenly Place on this list here? Well, this stuff is gorgeous. It's gorgeous, it's affordable, it's classy, it's masculine, it's an upscale type of scent without paying the heavy ticketed price for something like that. When this one opens up, it's very bright, it's fresh. You have some aldehydes, you have some floral notes in here. I believe it's violet leaf that gives it like this watery feel. There's marine notes here. The fragrance starts off kind of on the bright side where you think that it's just going to be a bright fragrance through and through, but then it quickly changes, develops and morphs into something else. Something much more, again, elegant, upscale feeling with this beautiful Guatemalan cardamom. Now that's basically the whole idea or really ethos of the brand is focusing on Guatemala. So Heavenly Place is just great. Like I said, that cardamom comes in and it's that culinary experience again with that spice rack type of spice smell, right? Natural feeling. You have florals in here. Like I said in the review, when I did a full review of this fragrance, those florals aren't just thrown in here, they are strategically placed. And what I mean by strategically placed is they're balancing these ingredients out and around, you know? But anyway, that's, you know, we'll geek out on a different video. But here, why is this perfect for the cool weather? Well, as you can imagine, with that spicy nature of the cardamom, it just fits cool weather. This is going to be great if you're dressed up, if you're going out on a date, or if you just want something to spritz on yourself, spritz on your skin, and just smell freaking phenomenal. That's what Heavenly Place is all about, and one that I highly recommend. I believe the going rate on this 50 milliliter bottle is $85. So you're not breaking the bank with this purchase, and you smell like something high quality, $200-300, you know, smell without spending $200 to $300, as I said thrice. That concludes today's episode. I gave you 7 great options: herbaceous, fresh, spicy, aromatic fragrances that are perfect for cool spring days. I want to hear from you guys. What are some of your favorite fresh, spicy fragrances? Are you fans of the House of Cartier? What do you recommend for me and other folks to try? Let me know in that comment section below, guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all your continued love and support. I really do appreciate it. As I said in the past, haven't said for a while, but I'm going to say right now, you guys could have been doing anything else, but you made that decision to click on the video, whether it was 2 seconds after I uploaded, 2 hours, 2 days, 2 weeks, maybe even 2 months or 2 years from now. But the case in point is you clicked on the video, and that means the world to me. I appreciate it, guys. I love you. Do me a quick favor, please. Love each other, take care of each other, and respect everyone, guys. Stay positive. I'll see you guys soon. Love you. Peace.